वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये।
आत्मानम् अखिलाधारम् आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये।
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
गुरूनाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
गुरूनाराध्य वेदान्त सारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
फलं तु प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
आत्मज्ञानस्य
तदनुष्ठानस्य वा श्रूय तत्र तत्र श्रूयमानं प्रयोजनम् यथा तत्र
यथा तत्र
आचार्यवान् पुरुषः वेद
आचार्यवान् पुरुषः वेद
तस्य तावदेव चिरम्
तस्य तावद्येव चिरम्
यावत् न विमोक्ष्ये
यावत् न विमोक्ष्ये
अथ सम्पत्स्ये
अथ सम्पत्स्ये
इति अद्वितीयवस्तुज्ञानस्य
इति अद्वितीयवस्तुज्ञानस्य
तत्प्राप्तिः प्रयोजनं श्रूयते
तत्प्राप्तिः प्रयोजनं श्रूयते।
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
तत्र तत्र प्रशंसनम्
तत्र तत्र प्रशंसनम्
अर्थवादः
अर्थवादः
यथा तत्रैव
यथा तत्रैव
उत तम् आदेशम्
उत तम् आदेशम्
अप्राक्ष्यः
अप्राक्ष्यः
येन अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
येन अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
अमतं मतं अभिज्ञातं विज्ञातम् इति
मतम् अभिज्ञातं विज्ञातम् इति
अद्वितीयवस्तु प्रशंसनम्
अद्वितीयवस्तु प्रशंसनम्।
To that we have seen. We are discussing the sadhana, Shravanam. Shravanam ityukte kim? Shravanam ityukte Shadvidalingaihi Vedantanam Ashesha Vedantanam entire Vedanta Upanishadaha Tatparya Nirdharanam Advitiya Vastuni Ashesha Vedantanam Advitiya Vastuni Tatparya Nirdharanam Tata Shadvidalingaihi with the help of Shadvidalingaihi Tatparya Nirdharanam Advitiya Vastuni Ashesha Vedantanam Tatparya Nirdharanam Bhavati Shadvidalingani Kani उपक्रमोपसंहारो अभ्यासोपोधाफलम् अर्थवादोपपत्तिश्च लिंगम तात्पर्य निर्णये इति षड् लिंगानि among the षड् लिंग उपक्रमोपसंहार we have seen अभ्यासः अपि दृष्टम् अर्थवादः अभ्यासः अर्थवादः प्रयोजनम् among the षड्लिंग first is उपक्रम उपसंहारः so that we have seen the author quoted from the Chandogya Upanishad upakrama upasamhara the Upanishad that begins with Sadeva Somedam Agre Asit Ekameva Dvitiyam Iti. The ending also Sat only. So that is the Upakrama Upasamhara. Abhyasaha Pauna Punyena Pratipadanam Abhyasaha. That also the author quoted from the Chandogya Upanishad. Tatra Tattvamasi Iti Navakrutvaha. 9 types. Navavaram. Tatra Uktam. Or we can take it Upanishad also. Tadeva Brahma Tadviddim. Yena Nedamididam Upasate Tadapi. Then Apurvata is Advitiya Vastunaha, Manantara, Abhishayikaranam. That is Apurvata. It is unique subject matter to the Vedanta Pramanam. Not covered by other Pramanam. If it is known through other Pramanam, then Vedanta is not a Pramanam. It cannot be known through any other Pramanam. So therefore, apurvata. The entire Veda is apurvata, not only Veda anta, but not only with regard to Brahma Vastu, even the entire Veda, Veda Puram also cannot be known. The means which the Veda Purva reveals for gaining the known ends or unknown end cannot be known through any other means. Therefore, apurvata. Upanishadam. Upanishada eva gamyam. Brahma. Therefore, Vedanta. Vedantasara Upanishad. It is said, though the author has not given any example for apurvata, but it is understood. In fact, he has given the example. He is referring to Chandogya only. You can see that 187. Tatra iti. Yatha tatra eva. Tatra is referring to Tasmin Upanishadi eva. In that very section, Tatra. Kutra, the previous, where he referred to, the same thing. Or the Tikakara here, he quotes from the Vedantasara Upanishad, which the translator has given. Vedantasara Upanishad 3:926. Upanishadam. Upanishada eva gomyam Upanishadam. Tam. So Upanishadam Purusham Prichami. I ask you to teach. Prichami. Tam. Tamtva Upanishadam Purusham Prichami. I ask you to teach that Upanishadam Purusham. Upanishada Ekagamyam Upanishadam that you teach me. It means it is not known through any other pramanam. So that is also can be taken as an example, Rakaranip Upanishad or the Chandogya itself. Tatra iti, the author has said, therefore Tatra, in that very section. That very section means which section? Previously I said Chandogya, Tattvamasi, same. Chandogya Upanishad. Then the next one, Palam, which we have seen this also. Abhyasa, Apurvata, Palam. Palam is Prayojanam. Choyamanam Prayojanam, which is a fourth linga. Among the Shadlinga, fourth linga. Vedanta Vicharasya, Kim Palam, Kim Prayojanam. Vedanta Vicharena, Jnanam Bhavati. Kasya Jnanam? Atmanaha Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. Trakarana Pratipadyasya. Atma Jnanasya. Trakarana Pratipadyaha. Pratipadyam, what Atma Jnanam. The knowledge is gained through the study of Shastra. The knowledge gained through Vichara. Shastra Vichara. Tadanushthanasya, pursuing that. Atma Jnana, that Vichara. Vicharena Kim Prayojanam. What is the result of the Vichara, the inquiry? The result is knowledge. The result is knowledge. The Vichara leads to knowledge, Jnanam. So Vichara is it means inquiry, Shastra Vichara. Jnanam is the Phalam. Therefore, there is a Sambandha, Sadhya Sadhana Sambandha. Vicharena Jnanam. Vichara is a means, Jnanam is the Phalam. Therefore, there is Sambandha, is a Sadhya Sadhana Sambandha. Sadhana is Vichara. Shastra Vichara is the Sadhanam. Sadhyam is Jnanam. Therefore, Tadanushthanasya, Vicharasya, Vicharena, Phalam. Tatra Shuyamanam Prayojanam. Tatra, that very same section. Putra Chandogya. The author says, Tatra. Eva Shuyamanam Palam. The Palam is heard. The benefit of Vichara, which is the Palam, it is heard. Not only here, Chandogya gives example. The author all the way gives example from Chandogya. But it is the phalam is told in many Upanishad. Brahma vitta brahma eva bhavati. Mundaka also we have seen Shokam Tarati. Atma vitta Shokam Tarati. Brahma vida apnoti param. Brahma vitta apnoti param. Brahma vitta apnoti param apnoti palam. Param Brahma apnoti. So the Brahma vitta yaha Brahma janati saha Brahma vitta param apnoti. Param the greatest. Greatest means Parama Purushata, Moksha Purushata. That is the greatest. There is no other Purushata greater than the Moksha Purushartha. Gaining which everything is gained, knowing which everything is known. Therefore, it is Parama Purushartha. That is the Prayojanam. So, Param Brahma. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, we say. Param Brahma. Brahma is Param, it is. Therefore, the Brahma with Param Brahma. Brahma with Brahma Eva Bhavati. Brahma, the word we know, derived from the Bruhi, Vruddho, limitless. Bruhi, Vruddho means, Vruddhi means expansion, growing old. That is one meaning. Vruddha, Vruddha iti. Means growth, expansion. It means it is infinite. It means Purnam, that which is complete. It cannot be improved upon. Limitless is said, infinite, whole. That is a palam. The whole is gained. How can you gain the whole? The whole means the Purnam encompasses everything, unless if it is your Swarupa. You cannot become limitless. You cannot become infinite by gaining something, unless you are of that nature. So, therefore, it's a self-discovery. That is why we say self-discovery, Atma Jnanam. That is a palam. Swarupa Ajnana Nivrittihi, Atma Jnana, Atma Jnanam, Swarupa Jnana Praptihi. Therefore, it is Praptasya Praptihi, for which the Shastram is the Pramanam. And that is the Prayojan, Shastra Prayojan, Vicharena, Atma Jnanam. And the palam is Moksha, Brahma Apti, Brahma. It's not Brahma Padam. It is a Brahma with Brahma Evavati. The ultimate is Brahma. There is nothing above that. And that is not gained by any other means, only by Shastram. Nedamedidam upasate. Natu upasanaya. Natu anya yogena, anyaihi yogaihi. Kelam jnanena eva. Tena kim bhavati. Tena muktaha bhavati. Natu loka prapti. Any loka prapti, the person comes back. Abrahma bhavana lokat punaravartino arjuna. The person is upasaka, he goes to any other loka. That having gained that loka, whatever may be the loka, surga loka, all the 7 lokas up, the person comes back. But gaining which the person becomes free. The person already is free. So it is knowing free is free. That is the best translation. Knowing Brahma, not he becomes Brahma. He is Brahma. He knows that he is Brahma. Therefore, there is no bandha. There is no punaragamanam. Purnatvat, that which is Purnam, not subject to any limitation again. So that is the palam. And that, therefore, for that Shastra Vichara is the means. Therefore, the author quotes from Acharyavan Purushaha Veda. Give example from Tatra, the same chapter. Same chapter means which chapter? From Chandogya Upanishad, same chapter, 6th chapter. 6th chapter is the main chapter. Other chapters are Upasana. Therefore, Tatra is Tatra Tasmin Prakarane षष्ठाध्याये छान्दोपनिषदः षष्ठाध्याये तत्र तत्र आचार्यवान् उक्तं किम् उक्तम् आचार्यवान् पुरुषः वेद. The one who has acharya, that person knows. Why? Because Shastram being a pramanam, and therefore, since the person cannot handle the Shastra by himself, Shastrajñopi Brahmanvesham na kuryat. The caution is given by Acharya in the Bhashyam. Even if a person is a knower of Shastra, he knows Vyakaranam, he knows how to interpret the Vedika Shabda, but still one should not venture into study. The caution is given. Therefore, it means a person must go to a teacher and learn. Savitpaniki Shotriyam Brahmanishtam Gurum Upagamya. Therefore, the one who goes, Tadvidi Pranipatena, Pariprashnena Sevya, Upadekshandite, Upadekshanti Tamya Te Jnanam. So therefore, so Yaha Acharyam got Upadesham Prapnoti Saha Veda Acharyavan Saha Acharyavan. It means a Shishya. A Shishya will know Veda Janati. Tena Kim Prayojanam Moksha is the Prayojanam. Jnanam Jnanena Mokshaha. Jnanam is the means for moksha. Shastra Vichara leads to Jnanam, and Jnanam is after Jnanam, what is that person has to do? Jnanena, Jnanam is Swarupa Jnanam. Therefore, Swarupam Avagamya. Therefore, the person becomes Muktaha, Jiva Brahma Aikyam Jnanam. That Jnanam, that in the form of the Palam. The Palam is Aikyam, Jiveshwara Aikyam. Jiva Ishvara Aikyam means Aikyam, not the Upadhi Aikyam. Upadhi cannot become one. Upadhi being Mithya. Upadhi, the Vyavakarika, it is Dvaitam. That Dvaitam will be there. But Jnanam, we say it is Nirguna, Brahma. That is Sopadika, Nirupadika, Chaitanyam. Aham Atma Chaitanyam Brahma Giti. Nirupadika Drishti. Therefore, that is knowing, that is merging. There is no merging into Paramatma. Jivatma merging into Paramatma. Jivatma is same Brahma Chaitanyam when conditioned by Jiva Upadhi. Paramatma is the same Brahma Chaitanyam which is conditioned by Ishvara Upadhi, Utkrishta Upadhi, as we saw the same Vedantasara before. Upadhi Nitya, so that is dismissed. Then there is Aikyam, there is oneness. Doesn't become one. What is there is only Brahma. That is the merging, Mukti. Knowing the person is free after Sharira Patanam, it continues to be. That is Brahma Prapti. Knowing that the person, what is the result? Aikyam, okay, fine, no. Then what is the result? Punnajanma na bhavati. Therefore, there is no punarapi jaranam, punarapi maranam. The benefit while living is the person is free from raga dvesha, free from all pairs of opposites. He is free, not touched by samsara. That is immediate prayojanam. Sharira patanantaram, there is no punarjanma. Therefore, paladvayam. Paladvayam, in fact, it is from the viewpoint of the people. Actually, there is palam, ekapalam eva. What is the ekapalam? The person becomes free. Shariram doesn't matter. With shariram or without shariram. Upadhi sagitam or upadhi agitam. Brahma is Brahma. Purnam is Purnam. Limitless is limitless only. That which is limitless cannot become limited, cannot be made limited. Therefore, ekapalam, that is Aikyam, Brahma, Jiva Brahma, Aikyam, that is a palam. but from the loka drishtya paladvayam jivan muktihi anantaram videha muktihi iti. And also here the Acharya says that moment itself becomes free, but tavadeva chiram yavatana vimukshe. We saw the person has to wait till he is released from the shariram. He is free only. Tavadeva chiram yavatana moksha, till he is not released from the shariram. Ata sampatsye. Tavadeva chiram is the waiting time. Waiting till the prarabdha is over. The sharira is given up. So exhaustion of prarabdha. The person has to wait. Then tavat evachiram tarimokshaye. When prarabdha kshayat, when prarabdha kshaya happens, then he becomes free. He is free already. There is no punarjanma, that therefore the Upanishad says. So it's about talks about Videha Mukti. Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti. So while living is free, then for Videha Mukti, he has to wait only for that period till the Sharira is Sharira. The Sharira undergoes all the Prarabdha Karma, Prarabdha Kshayat, Vimokshe, Ata Sampatsye, Ata Sampatsye, Vimokshe, Ata Sampatsye, Prarabdha Kshaya Anantaram, Sampatsye, Sampat is Aikyam, Aikya Praptihi, Eki Bhavaha. Eki Bhavaha is becoming one, Advitiya Vastu Praptihi, Advitiya Vastu Praptihi. Advitiya Vastu is Brahmaiva Ahameva. That is a Prapti. That is Praptasya Praptihi. Praptihi means there is no Gamanam. It is Jnanam. There is no Gamanam. Therefore, that is the Eki. Sampat. Sampatsye Eki Bhavanam. So Jiva, Jivan Muktaha Jnani, Jivan Muktaha San, Sharira Patanantaram, Videha Muktaha Saha, he becomes, within quote, one with Ishvara. So there is no more Janma, Punajanma. So that is the Prayatam, iti Chandogya Upanishad. Upanishadi Uttam Tat Praptihi Prayojanam Advitiya Jnanasya Praptihi. Advitiya Jnanasya Tat Prapti Prayojanam. Shastra Vicharena Advitiya Jnana Praptihi. Advitiya Jnanena Moksha Praptihi. Vimokshe. I become free. Vimokshe. The person becomes free. Tavadeva Chiram. Chiram we saw the Abriya. He has to wait only for that period of time. Yavat na vimokshe, till he has not released from the body. Tavat na vimokshe. Here, vimokshe, this sampatsye vimokshe. Vimokshe is Uttama Purusha. Vimokshe, it is Atmanipadi, Karmani Atmanipadi. Vimokshe. Similarly, sampatsye. It is Uttama Purusha Ekavacham. Then that you can understand. Tasya is that. So therefore we can say Vimokshate. Vimoksha is equal to Vimokshate. Tavadeva Chiram. Tasya Tavadeva. He has to wait till then. Yavat na Vimokshate. Can convert that into Vimokshate. Similarly, Sampatsye. That's also Sampatsyate iti. You can change that to Pratama Purusha Ekavachana. In our understanding, not the correction, the Upanishad, in our understanding. Then the next one, this also we saw in the last class. Let us read again. प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
तत्र तत्र
तत्र
प्रशंसनम् अर्थवादः
प्रशंसनम् अर्थवादः
यथा तत्रैव
यथा तत्रैव
उत तम् आदेशम्
उत तम् आदेशम्
अप्राक्ष्यः
अप्राक्ष्यः
येन अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
येन अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
अमतं मतं भवति अमतं मतम्
अमतं मतम्
अविज्ञातं विज्ञातम् इति
अविज्ञातं विज्ञातम् इति
अद्वितीय प्रशंसनम् अद्वितीय वस्तु प्रशंसनम्
अद्वितीय वस्तु प्रशंसनम्
अर्थवादः is प्रशंसनम् praising. Did you ask for that instruction, the hearing which one hears that which he has not heard, one things which he has not been taught, one knows what has not been known. Iti the Chandogya Upanishad, the father, the Uddalaka, has the Shvetaketu. So it means that Sadvastu is praised. So Arthavadaha Prashamsanam, praising of the Vastu, Sadvastu. Yena Ashrutam Shrutam Bhavati, Amatam Matam Bhavati, Avijñātam Vijñātam Bhavati. Tam Adesham Aprakshyah. Did you ask that question? The father asked the son, Shvetaketu. So therefore that statements, Yena Ashrutam Shrutam Bhavati, Avijñātam Vijñātam Bhavati, it is Arthavada, praising the Sadvastu. Why it should be praised? Because in order to create interest in the student, the mind of the student. The subject matter should attract the reader. Therefore it is praised, Arthavadaha. As we saw, Arthavada can be either in the form of praising the subject matter, or that is praising what one wants to present, or it can be in the form of criticism of the opposite. In both ways. So Upanishad praises Advitya Vastu, and it condemns those who are not aware of the truth. So Jnanam is praised, Ajnanam is criticized. So that we have seen in many places. Avidyaya mantare vartamanaha, swayam dhiraha, panditam manyamanaha, dandramyamanaha, pariyanti moodaha, ande naiva niyamanaha, yathandaha, the Kathopanishad. So the Upanishad criticizes the avidyavantaha, avidyavan. न साम्परायः प्रतिभाति बालम् प्रमाद्यन्तं वित्तमोहेन मूढम् अयं लोको नास्ति पर इति मानि पुनः पुनः वशम् आपद्यते मे. Again it criticizes. अयं लोकः नास्ति इति न साम्परायः प्रतिभाति बालम्. Balam iti, the Upanishad criticizes. They are children. It means they are ignorant. They don't know there is other loka. The loka can be reached by sadhana, by certain sadhanam. Therefore, ayam lokaha nasti iti yaha mani. Therefore, punaha me vasham apadyatam iti Dharmaraja says. Therefore, they come to my fold again and again. Therefore, the Upanishad criticizes the avidyavantaha. Criticism is in order to motivate the sadhaka in pursuing the Advitya Vastu. The subject matter is Advitya Vastu, therefore to motivate. the motivation in pursuit of self-knowledge. Therefore, Arthavada is done. See, this Arthavada in the Chandogya Upanishad, it is the author again he quotes the same Tatra iti Prakana Pratipadyasya Chandogya Upanishad Pratipadyam Tatra Chatra Tam Adesham Aprakshya. Did you get that knowledge? You asked that knowledge, Uddalaka asked Shvetaketu, who studied for 12 years in the Gurukulam and learned all the Aparavidya. And he was proud of Aparavidya. Then father wanted him to make him humble. Therefore, if you ask for that, Advaita Jnanam, he didn't say Advaita, but directly. Therefore, Yena, Ashutam Shutam Bhavati, Avijnata Vijnatam Bhavati. So, Shtute Sarvan Kama Ansaha, as Taittiriya Upanishad also says. So, what is that? Is there anything? The question comes, yes. Did you ask? To ask, the person must know. To ask, the person must know. Then only the person also can ask. So, and the seeking knowledge, it's not easy. Seeking knowledge in general is not easy, and seeking Advaita Jnanam is all the more difficult. Unless the person is motivated. Motivated that there is greater benefit to be gained because of this knowledge, then the person will not be interested. Because people are interested in the immediate result. That is why Manushyanam Sagasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhahi. Most of them are after immediate problems, therefore immediate solution, immediate result. Dharmartha Kama. All are Dharmartha Kama Paraha. Natu Narayana Paraha, Natu Moksha Paraha, Tat Paraha. Therefore, steeped in duality, Dvaita. Mrityo samrityam gacchati, mrityo samrityam apnoti, yaha iga naneva pashyati. Kathopanishad we saw. They are steeped in Dvaitam. Therefore, from Janma to Janma, they travel, condemning. The Upanishad condemns the Dvaita. Why it condemns Dvaita? We live in the Dvaita world, Dvaita Prapancha. Why Upanishad condemns? Condemning the Dvaita, therefore, means indirectly praising the Advaitam, Advaita Vastu. Therefore, and Upanishad uses frequently this Arthavada. So as in the Chandogya, in Mundaka also, Chandogya, the author has said already, we have seen. And by in Chandogya, by asking the student, the Shvetaketu, now you will get interest. It's just such a thing that makes me all knowledge, because knowing which everything is known. As the Mundaka Shonaka asked, Tasmin Bhagava Vijnate, Sarvamidam Vijnatam Bhavati. How is it possible? So therefore, there is a desire in the mind of the human being, of course, all the human beings, that we want to know. We want to be all-knowing. We want to know everything. We don't want to be ignorant. To say I don't know, we feel shy. Anything we can tolerate, we cannot tolerate ignorance. And Swamiji used to say it's most very depressing experience to go to a library and see so many books. When you see so many books, then only will come to know so many things I don't know. I'm ignorant of so many things. So entering the library is a very depressing experience, because you will be exposed to so many books. Then you will know that so many things I don't know. You cannot tolerate ignorance. It's more pinching. Therefore, there is a desire for knowing. We are not comfortable with ignorance. We feel frustrated. And when we know there is a greater satisfaction that I know, therefore, that's why knowledge brings happiness. Why? Jnanam. Jnanam is equated to happiness because Jnanam brings happiness and Jnanam is happiness. Anandaha. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Knowledge itself is Ananda. So therefore the happiness what we are seeking in the form of knowledge. And the knowledge is happiness. And this knowledge, what knowledge? Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnanam. That is the Jnanam, that is the knowledge which is about my Swarupa, my nature. And that is Ananda Swarupaha. Therefore the knowledge is going to give me everlasting happiness, and that happiness cannot be lost because it is Swarupa, Swarupanandaha, doesn't depend on any external conditions, doesn't depend on any sense, perception, sense organs. And I'm not going to be tired of that Ananda because it is Swarupa, Swarupatvat. All the time it is available, it is Nityananda, in contrast to the Vishayananda, which are fleeting, unstable, transient. So, therefore, any aparavidya also gives pleasure, but it is temporary. This paravidya, it is not, the ananda is not agantukam, agamapayinaha, surupatva. Therefore, and when the Upanishad says, knowing which everything is known, that is a subject matter, Brahma is subject matter. Therefore, I want to know that. That the student is motivated. Yena ashutam shutam bhavati. Hearing which everything is heard. You don't have to hear anything else. That is the thing. How can it be that hearing one thing, everything is heard? Unless it is Purnam Brahma, which is the adhara of the entire Srishti. Knowing gold, you know all the ornaments. Because all the ornaments are made of gold. So know the gold. Knowing water, you know all the forms of water, waves, ripples, breakers. Similarly, knowing Brahma, everything is known because Brahma is the adhara. So in what sense does one become knowing everything becomes known? It is not that if one knows the gold, he will know the intricate details of all the ornaments. That is not the meaning. He knows the very essence of the abharanam. Abharanam is made of swarnam iti. Similarly, gaining the knowledge of Brahma, and that is myself, the person comes to know that entire Jagat is Brahma Atma iti. It's not different from me, the Atma. Atma is the essence of everything. That is the Jnanam. And the one who has this Jnanam, this knowledge, as in the Gita, Bhagavan has said, Apuryamanam Achala Pratishtam, Samudramapa Pravishanti Sarve. Samudramapa Pravishanti Yadvat, Tadvat Kamayam, Pravishanti Sarve, Sashanti Mapnoti Nakamakami. The water flows into the ocean. But what will happen to the ocean? The ocean is already full. It is up to the brim. It is not going to be satisfied by the entry of the water. So whatever the satisfaction, the happiness we derive from the world by achievement of any purushartha, it cannot be compared with the tripti that is gained from Atma Jnana. The person remains, as the ocean remains steady, unshaken, similarly the person also. Therefore, in that sense, the knowledge is superior to any other knowledge. So therefore, that is Arthavada. That is the Arthavada. In fact, Arthavada is not only with regard to Veda Anta, with regard to Veda Purva also. Veda Purva, it urges people to do karma, perform rituals, religious activities. Why? Because doing which the person gains result. If an karma, the ritual, is performed, and there is a particular result for it, the person will do. provided the person is interested in gaining that particular result. But certain results, certain karmas have to be done regularly. Nitya karma. Nitya karma, and some certain karma which are done occasionally, naimitya karma. How to motivate the person to make him perform daily the nitya karma, Gayatri, Japa, etc. So therefore, there's some result, some phalam should be shown, so that the result in the form of some prapti, loka prapti, or sarga prapti after Maranam, etc. If it is shown, then the person will be motivated to do karma. The Shastra it is said if there is no phalam mentioned for any karma, then the blanket rule is the sarga loka prapti. So therefore, in order to motivate the person to do nitya nimitti karma, this swadharma one has to do. Therefore, there is praise. Not doing, the person will gain, the person will lose, or the person will the person will be subject to problems, or the person will be deprived of the pleasures, or deprived of the comfort, deprived of the pleasures which we can enjoy. So therefore, either in the form of praise or condemnation. So therefore, the Shastram does, the entire Veda does. So therefore, this Arthavada. Arthavada is for the entire Veda, and here in Vedanta, it is to create interest to pursue the knowledge. Because the result is not immediate. Since it depends on Adhikari, the person, therefore it's a growing Adhikaritvam. The more the clarity, the more the knowledge will be. So it is a growing thing, a continuous thing. Therefore, there should be continuous motivation. There should be an enthusiasm in the mind of the student, and that is why the Upanishad again and again raises the end and provides the means to gain that end. So this is Arthavada. This Arthavada, the words, certain words, certain the Brahma, in fact, that word, according to Purva Mimamsa, that itself is Arthavada. Because they don't accept Brahma, Jnanam, Ityadi. So the word Brahma itself is Arthavada for them. Purva Mimamsakas are Eka Shastra Vadi. For them, the entire Shastra is one Shastra. Dharma Pradhanam. Entire Shastra is Dharma Pradhanam. The entire Ramnaya is Karma Pradhanam. Therefore, Brahma iti, the words are Arthavada iti. Anyway, we don't accept Uttara Mimamsa. For us, it is Shastram has got two parts. Two Shastram. We look upon the Veda as two Shastram. Shastra Dvayavadi. Amna Yasya Kriyarthanam. Anarthakya Matadarthanam. Amna is Anarthakya Matadarthanam. This is a famous Jaimini Sutra. So the entire Shastram is Dharma Pradhanam iti Purva Mimamsaka. Therefore, they interpret the word Brahma, Brahmavit, Brahmaya Bhavati, and all see it as Arthavada. It is not Arthavada, it is the truth, the nature of oneself. That is how Uttara Mimamsa, that is we Vedantis, we interpret. Now, having said up to this, Prashamsanam, up to 5 lingas are covered. This we have seen. Now the next linga, the last linga, which is an important linga, which is Upapatti. Upapatti means reasoning, logic, Tarka, Shastranukula Tarkaha. Tarka in keeping with the Shastram. Tarka, Tarkono, Shruti Mata Tarkono Sandhiyata. Tarka in keeping with the Shruti. Two types of Tarka, Shushka Tarka, Shruti Mata Tarka. Shushka Tarka, dry logic. That Dry logic is dry. It is not useful for. It is not useful to arrive at any conclusion. The logic is dry. What Shruti says, that also is not logical, but can be supported by logic. Why should we? Why should we? Why should be supported by logic? Because our buddhi is logical. Our buddhi is logical. It is analytical. Therefore, if something is said logically, it is convinced. Of course, it is for the people who think. For the non-thinkers, just give them some beliefs. But for the thinkers, they have to be convinced. In order to get convinced, why should they be convinced? So that they venture into the study of the Shastra. Otherwise, they are not convinced. If they are not convinced, there will not be Shraddha, therefore they will not be motivated to pursue the study. Therefore, Upapatti is required. In fact, the entire Brahma Sutra is an analytical text on the truth revealed by the Shastra. Now, this Upapatti is the last linga, which the author says here also. The author quotes from the famous Chandogya Upanishad only. Let us read the passage. प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्य अर्थ साधने
प्रकरण प्राध्यर्थ साधने
प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्य अर्थ साधने
प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्य अर्थ साधने
प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यम that which is प्रतिपाद्यम revealed by the Shastra. Artha sadhane, artha is the subject matter. So artha sadhane. तत्र तत्र श्रूयमाना युक्तिः
तत्र तत्र श्रूयमाना युक्तिः
उपपत्तिः
उपपत्तिः
यथा
यथा
तत्र
तत्र
यथा सौम्य
यथा सौम्य
एकेन मृत्पिण्डेन
एकेन मृत्पिण्डेन
सर्वं मृण्मयं स्यात् सर्वं मृण्मयं विज्ञातं स्यात्
सर्वं मृण्मयं विज्ञातं स्यात्
वाचारम्भनं विकारो नामधेयम् आचारम्भनं विकारो नामधेयम्
वाचारम्भनं विकारो नामधेयम्
मृत्तिका इति एव सत्यम्
मृत्तिका इति एव सत्यम्
इत्यादौ अद्वितीय वस्तु साधने
इत्यादौ अद्वितीय वस्तु साधने
विकारस्य वाचारम्भनमात्रत्वे
वाचारम्भनं मात्रत्वे
युक्तिः श्रूयते For easy reading, I am splitting that into individual words. So, upapattihi, yuktihi, upapattihi, shoyamana, yuktihi, Srilinga, therefore shoyamana, yuktihi, upapattihi. That is, prakarana pratipadya, artha sadhane. Artha sadhane in supporting, in establishing the artha, the teaching, subject matter, which is revealed, presented by the Shastra. Rakaranena pratipadyaha prakarana pratipadyaha. What artha, subject matter, vishayaha. Prakarana pratipadya artha sadhane. In establishing, in support of that. Tatra tatra shuyamana yuktihi. Tatra tatra is in different places in the Shruti. Chuyamana yuktihi, the reasoning which is heard, means it is told. That is called upapattihi. The reasoning in support of the subject matter of the Shastra, which is given at different places. That is upapattihi. Shastram, why should give upapatti? Why should yukti be presented by the Shastram? Shastram being authoritative. Of course, Shastram prasa pramanam is authoritative. Just a statement can be made. Just statement is enough. Like Satyam Vadha Dharmam Chara. Sometimes the truth is said in just in one sentence. It's enough. But that is not enough because the intellect has to be convinced. The intellect requires reasoning. Unless the buddhi understands logically, convinced logically, it cannot grasp, it cannot accept anything. The intellect will accept human intellect. When you say human, we are talking about thinking human beings. There are only few people who really think. So the thinking person can understand, can grasp thing which is within the fold of reasoning. So if something is based on logic, reason, then there will not be problem in accepting it by the human intellect. What about the truth which is revealed by the Shastra? Can it be arrived at by logic? It is illogical. It is not logical. It is not illogical. It is illogical. It is above logic. But a logical support, if it is given, then there will not be problem in understanding it, or there will not be any resistance in accepting it. So then it will make the job easier. So therefore, in order to understand, grasp what the Upanishad reveal, what the Upanishad reveal is the Advaita Vastu, Advitiya Vastu. So therefore, tatra Shriyamana Yuktihi Upapattihi iti. One simple yukti. Human beings are born, they live, and life continues. But why there are taratamya? Not all human beings are born rich or born poor, or not all human beings are born with all organs intact. There are some congenital deformities. There are differences. Some are born blind, some are born with some congenital deformities. Some are born rich country, some are born rich, some are poor. The silver spoon, some with no spoon at all. So all the differences. How are you going to account all the differences? It is not a chance cause. So therefore, the God seems to be partial, if at all, if God is, and therefore the differences which we cannot explain. If we cannot explain by any logic, then the differences what we perceive in the world among the beings, human beings, as well as other beings also, that becomes intolerable because we cannot accept anything as a chance cause. If anything is it's a chance, then there will not be order in the society also. And there is order in the nature. And there is some niyati. Therefore, in life also there must be order. In birth also there must be order. So the order has to be accepted. And only the life also will make some sense. And therefore, since the differences are there, then we have to accept the continuity of this jiva. It's not that jiva is born one time. Jiva has born many times and he will be born many times in future. Therefore, it's a continuity. What now the person is because of purva karma, and what he will be based on the karma what he performs today. That is logically acceptable karma theory. In fact, it is not a theory, it is the truth. For us, it is the truth. But as a theory, it is acceptable. So, therefore, if this theory is presented, therefore we can accept the condition in which we are born or the condition with we are born, in which we are born or with we are born, without any complaint. So logically, our mind is convinced, so that we can make our karma, decide our future. We can work for it. We are logically convinced. Therefore, there is a benefit. And with regard to the truth, Advitiya Vastu, Ekameva Dvitiyam, that is Shastram says. Understanding that, then the life, the will become more, life will, it will make more sense. Because duality doesn't make any sense. In duality, I'm going to be a limited being, Parichinnaha. I'm also always going to be a seeker. So the duality never ends. So it is in the form of limitations going to continue. There will always be desire. Desire will be there, never ending desires, one after the other. But ultimately, all the desires, they culminate in what? Culminate in desire for freedom. Freedom only. Freedom from any sort of limitation. Freedom from bondage. Freedom from unhappiness. So therefore, since everybody directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly, is after that freedom, and since Dvaita strengthens bondage, strengthens limitation, reinforces limitation, which we are not comfortable with. Therefore, what we seek is that unlimited, infinite Purnam. We aspire for it only when we are already that. Otherwise, there is no possible, because if anything is Purnam, unlimited, it can't be gained. Because anything you gain, it's subject to loss. Logic. Anything you gain, it is subject to loss because it is gained. Because of the very fact it is gained. You don't have something, you gain. Because you gain, it is agantukam, it is agama painaha, because it is gained in time, in place, by effort. Therefore, in course of time, it will go away also. But the freedom from the sense of wanting, freedom from the sense of limitation, it means the purnatvam, freedom from the sense of the need, from being a wanting person. That is possible only when the person is free. Since the person aspires for that, therefore we can conclude that the person must be already free. That is why he aspires for that. Otherwise, there will not be moksha icha. Mukti icha is not possible otherwise. I want to be free itself will not come, because if freedom is not there, freedom itself is not there, then there will not be desire for freedom. Because the desire for freedom is there, therefore, it implies the freedom cannot be gained by attaining something. It has to be your swarupa. Logic. You can, or intellect can convince by this logic. One can never fulfill a desire. One can never fulfill a desire if the object of desire, if the object of desire is is um, if the person is limited, one can never fulfill a desire, because the person being limited. So the desire also, the object what it desire also, that will be limited. So therefore, one can never be a triptaha. When can one be a triptaha, fully satisfied? If he is the if he is free from desire, unwanting person, then only the person becomes a triptaha. Otherwise, there will be always this hunting for tripti, a seeking. The person will continue to be a seeker. Being a seeker, he can never fulfill desire and becomes free from desire. Therefore, real freedom from desire is possible only when the person's nature is freedom. Therefore, and the question comes, if you're already free, then how is that you are searching for freedom? Because I don't know that I am free. That is why I'm after freedom. Therefore, I have to know that I am free. So it is not something which is going, it is praptasya prapti, logical. So that is what the Upanishad says. And with a lot of examples. Here the author gives an example for that Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. For that, he says, Ita Somya. See, this Dvaitam has to be shown as Mithya. And Dvaitam is Mithya minus Dvaitam. What is there is Advaitam. For that, Yukti, Upapati is given. What is Upapati? Yata Somya Ekena Mritpindena Sarvam Mridmayam Bhavati. Mrit is clay. Yata Mritpindaha, lump of clay. Mritpindena, Ekena Mritpindena. By one lump of clay, Sarvam Mridmayam Vijnatam Syat. So the knowledge of a lump of clay, you know clay. Therefore, you know all the objects made of clay. So knowing clay, you know all the objects made of clay. They are vikara of the clay, the same clay. It's all made of clay alone. Clay is the reality and pot is Nama Rupa is given. Nama Rupa is nothing but a vikara. The pot is nothing but a vikara, a Nama, and it is given a Rupa. Vikara means product. Vikara means it is a product. Ekena Mritpindene Sarvam Mridmayam. You understand a lump of clay. It means you understood all the pots, all the objects made of pot, all the vikara, all the karya, all the products you know. All the products are clay products, earthenware only. So by knowing the cause, you know all the effects. The effects is nothing but cause only, the Nama Rupa. So therefore, Kasmina Bhagava Vijnate Sarvamidam Vijnatam Bhavati. The same thing here. Therefore, what is the effect, the cause? It is Vikaraha, Namadeyam. That is Vacharambanam Eva. In fact, in Brahma Sutra, we have an Adhikaranam, Aramba Adhikaranam. It's a very in-depth subject matter. There, Arambana So Arambanam is, that is Vacharambanam, Vacha by speech. It is just a Nama. Nama means a word. A word is uttered by your mouth. Vacha eva, speech. Initiated by your tongue, by your speech. It is just a word. It is not a substance, Mithya. Nama. Given a form. Form is Mithya. Pot is nothing but a Nama and Rupa. The substance is Mrita. Knowing Mrita, you know the pot. Vacharambanam. The pot is nothing but an effort of speech. Vacharambanam. It's a vikara of the Mrita. Namadeyam only. It is just a name. The pot is nothing but a name. There is no pot. It is just a name. What is there is a substance Mriteva. Yata Mritika ityeva satyam. You come to know. Similarly, with regard to Brahma also. So with regard to Brahma, this Jagat is Vacharambanam. It is Vikara, it's a product. It's a product. Like the pot, it is a product. It is Vacharambanam. And the substance is Brahma. So therefore, here, with an example, a logical justification is given. यथा वाचारम्भनं मृत्तिका इत्येव सत्यं तथा जगतपि मिथ्या सत्यम इज ब्रह्म इत्यादो अद्वितीय वस्तु साधने. In order to establish the advitiya vastu, the subject matter of the Upanishad, vacharambana matratve yuktihi shuyate. Yuktihi, the logic, yuktihi, the upapatti, is heard in the Shastram. Vacharambana matratve advitiya vastu sadhane. Advitiya vastu sadhane is, in order to present the advitiya vastu, sarvam brahma iti advitiya vastu, therefore vacharambana matratve, in order to establish vacharambana matratve means mityatvam ityartha, simple. It is just only in speech, in word. There is no substance. Vikarasya, products of the products, they have existence only in terms of mithya, only in terms of nama rupa. For what? Advitiya vastu sadhane. Yuktihi, the logic, is heard in the Shastram. The Acharya gives an illustration, example from the Chandogya. With this, Shadlinga is covered. Then comes the next sadhanam, mananam. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद शरण्जी.